Now, we at WION want our viewers to interact and speak out on key issues. We at WION want to hear from you every day. Now, take our poll on Facebook and Twitter. Remember, we opened an online poll for you yesterday on Facebook and Twitter. Air India has decided to sell 76% stake and will retain only 24%. And yesterday, WION asked you, our viewers, for your views on our social media pages, Facebook and Twitter. Now, our question was, do you think an Indian company should buy the 76% stake in Air India to keep the Indian flag flying? Here are the results. Well, the results are here on Twitter. 77% of those who voted strongly agree that only an Indian company should buy the 76% stake in Air India to keep the Indian flag flying. Only 23% viewers who voted felt that it should be some foreign company which should buy the majority stake in the Indian government-owned airline. On Facebook, 83% of those who voted strongly agree that only an Indian company should buy the 76% stake in Air India to keep the Indian flag flying. Most viewers commented that it should be the Tatas who should buy it. Only 17% viewers who voted felt that it should be some foreign company which should buy the majority stake. All right, joining me live from the WION newsroom are my colleagues Padma Rao and Sumit Chaturvedi. Over to you.
Well, those results speak volumes about how we Indians feel about our flag carrier. But first, let's get the business aspect, Sumit. What do you read in this? You know, the 76% stakes. To what extent are foreign companies actually allowed to invest that kind of money in an Indian company, or are there still restrictions?
Well, we'll divide it into two parts. First, foreign airlines, they're allowed to own only up to 49%. That's the FDI norm, but through automatic route. Second, they can team up with a foreign partner and then both can buy 76%, so that ideally Air India can get into foreign hands. If I give an example, if Emirates and Qatar Sovereign Fund, they both come together, Emirates can hold up to 49% and rest of 76% can go to Qatar Sovereign Fund. That's how Air India can go into a foreign hand, but Indian government is planning that there should be some provision so that the management at least remain Indian. And the big question is what will happen to the name Air India? Still they have to decide whether the company which comes can rename Air India or not. Also, so far, if we talk about the interest which has come so far, Indigo is the only Indian carrier which has shown interest. As per the reports, there's a foreign airline that has shown interest, and the consortium of Jet Airways, KLM France and Delta Airlines, they both have bid it separately. So yes, in all probabilities, it can happen. Air India can become foreign.
Great. Well, you know, as far as my views are concerned, I think you know my views. I've been tracking this story quite closely. And I do think, you know, I am one of those who will hop on the sentimental nostalgia bandwagon. For me, Air India was an icon. It was a symbol, you know, of, I mean, it is the flag carrier. And,
you have been tracking it closely, absolutely.
It was a huge, it was a huge company in the 60s and the 70s. When it, and I think, you know, whichever, and I think it would only be an Indian company that could restore it to that grandeur and to that Indianness that it was under when the late Mr. J.R.D. Tata founded it. So yes, whichever, you know, I'm not going to reveal which company I would like to see acquire those 76% stakes, but certainly I would love it to be someone who puts the flag or keeps the flag flying.